Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, May 12th, and we are looking at window traders, market profile of the SPY, IWM, and triple Qs. And these are the days I live for in trading. These are my favorite kind. They don't happen that often, where the bulls will finally,
the House of Pain,
you name it. Anybody who attempted to buy this market the entire day just went through all that, including this. There was no reason to look for a long today. The market told you one thing and one thing only. Look for shorts, which is what I did the entire day. They gave you two small breaks. They alleviated pressure twice in H and K. They didn't last long. I thought we'd take back these single prints and look for an afternoon rally high. We didn't even get that. So we hold three sets of single prints. 126 million already with the after hours still to come. We did 116 million yesterday. We have a bad print in SPY. SPY's, I'm using 404.79 as the daily low in SPY as they spit out some rogue algo at one point in M period, which shows the low at 404. I'm not using that. So, will we get there? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if we get the 50-day moving average. I wouldn't doubt. Look, I said we were looking for 398, 403 level. Still looking for it. Still think we're going to go test it. Okay? Let's go over all these. Let's start. I only traded in SPY today. I didn't do any trades in IWM or triple Q. So triple Q, believe it or not, this is so weird. 9 wide, price probe, afternoon rally high. Their range in triple Q was 662 cents. 662. Do you realize they have 1 penny of a single print in B? Think about that. 662 price points they trade at today. They have 1 penny of a single print. So it's a B shape for long liquidation. They're 9 wide, but they go out with a price probe and an afternoon rally high. But technically, it's a trend day down. I don't know how much you want to lean on that, but I think it's pretty funny. Now, Russell was acting better than triple Qs in SPY today. They even had an inside day for a good part of the day until they gave that up in K and L. They go out with a price probe and they go out with a trend day as they have single prints in L. And here's something quite worrying for buyers of Russell. You had an inside month last month and you came out of it to the downside. And then yesterday you went back into it by $4. That was pretty impressive. Well, guess what? We just closed $3.50 below it just about. That's pretty bearish for my money's worth right now. And then in SPY and ES, we opened at the lower end of the range. Never got to the POC from yesterday. Started one time framing down and trending down in C. And that was all she wrote. And I told the room the entire day, look for shorts. There's not a shot I would look for long. I took one little long in J period, made money on it, and I'll tell you why I did it when I go over my trades. And I took it off for I made money on it, and then I'm like, what the heck am I doing? And then just resumed looking for shorts. And that's all I did. I traded 5 different price strikes today. I traded from 414 puts down to 409. Each new lows we were making, I was taking lesser price points. I mean, I'll go over my trades, but bottom line is this. I was short. I shorted A period twice. I shorted C period twice. I shorted D. I shorted F. You name it, I shorted. Why? Why wouldn't I? We had lower value. We had one time framing down, and we had single prints. We had a strong trend day with good volume. Yes, we got some two-sided trade. In fact, I told the room I would have been surprised if we went 9 wide. And we almost did. But then finally M said, no, enough of this. So I'm even surprised we got 8 wide. So I took shorts in basically A, C, D, F, G. I took one long in J. Why did I take it? Because when we made a new low, we didn't get much tempo below it. And because the park was getting wide, I was like, well, maybe we'll go back. And I took the 405 calls, and I got paid. But then I was like, what am I doing? I said, that's it. I'm just going to look for shorts. And then I shorted J and did well. Shorted K, did okay. Before it took out J's high. And then after it took out J's high, I was waiting for it to take out these single prints. And I was looking to take a size put play for an afternoon rally high if it did that. But it never did. And then I shorted L, I shorted N, I shorted every time frame. Any push up, I was taking shorts. I wasn't chasing. So when we were making new lows, I wasn't chasing. I was waiting for that push up that you get on days like today, where you get the bottom feed is that, attempt to pick the bottom. And all they do is get punched in the face and you just short it again. That's what you do on days like today. Do you realize if you shorted today, you couldn't be wrong? Right? We closed at the lows of the day. Didn't matter where you shorted. If you shorted A, B through L and M, unless you shorted the absolute low of the day, no matter where you shorted this day, you made money. That's a strong trend day. And it's my favorite type of day. Unfortunately, they don't happen that often. Okay, let's go over destinations. So for the upside, and this is the first time I had to put upside destinations on a separate pad in a long time because they kept getting wiped out. So for the upside, we had a price probe. That's L's low of 405.40. First destination on the upside. Then we don't have anything for $3. Our first set of single prints don't start until H is high. Now, am I going to totally ignore an 8-wide POC? No. I'm not going to even ignore K's high, but it's just too close to H to use it. But the first real reference point to lean on is the first set of single prints. 408.62 get filled at 74. And they're not big, these single prints. Then the second set is 410.15 get filled at 34. That is D's high to B's low. And the last set is C's low to A's C's high to A's low. 410.74 to 94. And then we have today's high of 412.59. Now, for the downside, we have today's low. Again, I'm using 404.79. I'm not using 404. That's a bad print as far as I'm concerned. Then we have the single prints from April 5th that held 404. Why am I saying 73? 404, I'm sorry, 78. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see something. Why do I have that low? They're going to have the wrong low. Okay. 404.79. So the single print started 404.78 and get filled at 63 cents from April 5th. Okay? Then below that, this is where things are very important. And these are the levels I said I thought we would get to. We have a weekly low. Well, first off, we have the 50-day moving average, which right now is at the close is at 404 on the nose. And then below that, we have a weekly low, 403.38, and a pretty large gap, 400.67, 271-point gap that's still holding from April 5th. And then below that, we have nothing to 399.33, which was an afternoon pullback low. Please write these down. I'm not giving them again tomorrow morning. Single prints, 398.79, get filled at 77 from April 1st. And then 398.18, and then filling a daily gap at 398 from April 1st. And then 398.18 and filling the monthly gap at 398.12 from April 1st. So please write all those down. So that's why I used the 398 to 403 level as my destination once we broke the 5-week balance low. Now let's get to the charts and show you. So let's start top down. Monthly. Monthly's still healthy. But we have a lot of things to keep in mind. We're one time framing up for 7 months, including this month. But do keep in mind that we did take out last month's high. So if by any chance this selling continues with any strength, today's only May 12th. Last month's low is 398.18. Now, if you go and get that, and then get more selling, and by the end of the month close below it, we would have an outside month down from the all-time high. Now, am I expecting that? No. But it's something we have to certainly keep in mind. We do have another thing to keep in mind is our all-time highs in the overnight. So there's a lot going on here. For me, I think this is just a healthy, nice flush out of week longs, which we needed. So I don't have a problem if we go and take out now this weekly gap. Okay, now, we broke below the 5-week balance, including this week was a 5-week balance, right? 410.20, boom, see ya. So the next destination is 403.38. That's that weekly low. So when we get there, are we going to just test it? Are we going to take it out? Are we going to fill the gap? A lot of questions will have to be answered there. I think the first time we might defend both the 50-day moving average and that monthly low. That's going to be important. But then after that, it's going to be critically important that they save it. Because if not, then those other things come into play that we just spoke about on the monthly. And then on the daily, we are down. Now, it shows us testing the 50-day moving average because of that bad print. I'm going to change the low right after the video. I'm putting 404.79 as the low. Now, here's another crucial thing that's happened. We haven't seen this in a while. The monthly's up, but both the weekly and the daily are now down in the SPY and ES. Okay? So that is something to, things are changing. Now, the next big change would be if we took out last month's low. So let's see what happens. Remember, we're only $17 off the all-time high. Right? 10% is $42. 5% is $21. We're not even down. We're down less than 5% from the all-time high. And I saw somebody, I don't know if it was Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan, said, the sell-off is done. And these people are out of their minds. And again, CNBC is going to be screaming how inflation fears. No kidding. We've been talking about this forever. It's such bull crap. It's amazing. So monthly up, weekly down, daily down. And I'm going to just show you real quickly Russell because that's important. They stopped the one-time framing up in the monthly. It's an inside month down now. So right now their next target is around the 207 level, between 205 and 207. If they hold that, they'll come into a nice 4-month balance. However, if they break that 205.76 low and get any legs, well, folks, we're talking around the 190 level then. So we're getting up to some. The good thing about what's going on these last couple of days, we are finally getting volume and volatility. And that makes it so much easier and more fun to, let me take that word back, never easy. Trading's never easy. But it makes it a lot more fun to trade. And even if you're wrong, you get multiple opportunities to get back in the game. Awesome day again in the trading room. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.